Hi everyone. I just wanted to come on and do a quick video. It's a beautiful day out here today in the Pacific Northwest, and it's a work day for me. I work for a company that contracts with the railroad, and so we transport railroad workers to where they need to be for building trains, going to work, coming back from work. And this is completely different for me. I mean, most of my life I worked in offices, but up here I'm working, driving railroad workers to where they need to be. And yesterday, I picked up a crew, and they had just come in from Burlington, and they were talking to me about what happens a lot on the railroad here is, well, everywhere. People commit suicide in front of trains. So they had a suicide, and I was down in Burlington, and the guy that was on the train, when he, got into the van and everything, they were telling me about it. Apparently, the man that had committed suicide in front of the train was, he had just checked himself into a halfway house. And no more than 10 minutes later, he was walking down the train tracks, walking towards the train, and with the lights flashing and horn blaring and everything, trains going 40 miles an hour. He's walking towards the train in the tracks, and just the train plowed him. And the reason we know that he had checked himself into a halfway house was, when the call gets put in, the crew members called their dispatch, and dispatch calls the different agencies, the police, all kinds of different agencies. Coroner gets called and all that. They have to stop the train. And so the police had told the crew that, the halfway house told the police that he had just checked himself in, and they said he was an okay guy. They didn't expect this to happen. So anyway, the crew also told me that, the police, they have to do the cleanup, when it's not too bad. Otherwise, another agency gets called in. But this was on midnight, October 31st. So, and I had picked up the crew yesterday morning, which was November 1st. So I don't know what happened that was so bad for this man that he just checked himself into a halfway house. Looks like Halloween night. And then just a little while later, he's walking down the train tracks to get hit by a train and commit suicide. I know a lot of demonic activity is happening, and especially in people. I don't know if, he had, a voice tell him to do it, which, probably, is what happened, But it's never, I just want to say, nobody's situation has to be that bad. We are to turn to God. He is our only hope. Jesus is our only hope. That's it. That's what we have. That's all we have, which is everything, is Jesus, Yahushua HaMashiach. So, everyone, just please stay prayed up. Get all the filth and trash out of your life. Hand it all over to Jesus. Live your life for God. I mean, I don't know what happened that was so bad for this man. I don't think he had planned to actually take his life, because if you check into a halfway house, your plans are to stay at that halfway house. And they said he was an okay guy. So I don't know what happened in that 10 minutes or however long it was. That was what I was told. It was only 10 minutes later. He's walking down the tracks and having himself plowed by a train on purpose. But just, he could have given it to God. I'm sure that someone in his life, at some point, somewhere down in the road of his life, he heard about the Lord. I'm sure, because everyone has by now. you know people that go to church, or you know, you hear it on social media, or you have a television set and they have church sermons on, and everybody knows about the Lord at this point. They know somebody, you know, that has the Lord or something, but people reject him. People reject him all the time. And they're blind. And then, you know, once your life is over, you know, and you don't have Jesus, your alternative is hell. And, you know, the picture in the movie Ghost comes to mind, you know, Ghost with Patrick Swayze. How you know, when the demons come to pick up the soul after the person has, you know, is no longer alive, you know. And then now we see videos. Like I saw this one video of, you know, a collage actually of people that have died, and, you know, you see them, you know, of course the camera is, you know, taking this, the surveillance camera, you know, you see them looking up and then they're spinning around and like they're trying to get away from something. So something's coming for them. Something comes for you at the end of your life, something comes for you. And it's either going to be Jesus or it's going to be the other, it's going to be the devil. It's going to be Satan and his demons. And at that point, you know, it's hell. And then you don't get out of it. There's no way. You're done. I put some videos on my community page. There's one video of a ex-soldier, retired soldier, who had a hell experience. He actually died and was taken to hell, and he tells of his experience. That is a must-watch for everybody. I mean, he tells it, and he gets emotional. He tells it, what happened to him, the demon that he found himself, he died accidentally doing a joke with his military friends. And all of a sudden, he found himself outside his body. And guess what came for him? A demon. And he took him to hell, and he gives this whole account of what happened to him in hell. And Jesus, you know, Jesus decided to give him another chance to tell his story, to warn people. So I hope you go to my community page and watch that video of the soldier that accidentally died, or that died in an accident. Please watch that video. It's very, very telling of what happens, you know, when we're gone. And there's only heaven, or, you know, to be with Jesus, to be with the Lord, you know, in his presence, or hell. And that's it. So I just want to go on and say that. And, you know, time is really getting short, and it's getting shorter and shorter. And what we do now is really what matters. You know, our relationship with the Lord, our priorities, getting the trash out of our lives, loving people. God is love. Yah is love. We are to love. We are to forgive. Because if we don't forgive, he's not forgiving us. And then what's our alternative? Hell? No. I can't take that chance. I will forgive. That's what I have chosen, to forgive. And so I hope this helps you guys. I hope you're having a wonderful, wonderful day. It's beautiful here in the Pacific Northwest. We have a sunny day. It rained and poured for like 2 days. And now it's absolutely beautiful out. In fact, I'll show you here real quick. That's what it looks like. It's just gorgeous. So I am waiting for a crew right now to come into the van. Actually, it's a really nice van. It's like a Suburban, a new Suburban. So we get to drive really cool vehicles, and it's nice. I've had another job before where I was, you know, working security, and we didn't have such a nice vehicle. This company gives us nice vehicles to drive. So, and it's a gorgeous day. Everybody enjoy your day. Enjoy the fall while we still have it. And it's November now. And it's funny, I hear of different people in videos like Fear No Man. He sees, you know, 11:11 a lot. And there's other people that see 11:4 all the time. I see 11:12 when I look at the clock, and I see it like twice a day. I'll see 11:12. And this has been happening for a whole year. I see 11/12. And, well, this is kind of like really meaningful to me because, first of all, my birthday is 11/12. So I'm like, okay, Lord, what does this mean? There's something significant. And it's besides my birthday, which, okay. But I see it constantly. My number is 11/12. Other people are getting all kinds of other numbers that are very significant to them with November. They get 11/11, 11/4, and those are the two other prominent numbers that I hear of people talking about that they're getting. But mine's 11/12. So anyway, stay prayed up, stay in the Lord's will, obey his commandments, and repent. And we're all living in the last days. We don't know what's going to happen one day from the next, but we do know that if we keep in his will and do as he asks us to do, stay prayed up, get the trash out of your life, do the best you can. We know that we have him with us, and pray. Pray like you've never prayed before. It's so important. I hear when the train members, when they talk to me, there's another strike that's looming, maybe around Thanksgiving, they might be happening. And, all the talks that had been ironed out and everything, about a month ago for that looming strike, that, the president stepped in and said, okay, we're not going to have the strike after all. It was like down to the very last day. Well, things had gotten ironed out. Well, I heard now all of it's fallen apart. And we're looking at maybe another strike, maybe around Thanksgiving time. Things have fallen apart. There's very unhappy people. And, we'll just see what happens. Anyway, lots of love to all of you, and peace, and may Yah's face shine upon you. Till later.